So the third characteristic feature of India's population is rapidly rising density. Okay, rapidly rising density. Okay. Okay. What is density of population? It means the number of people living per square kilometer. Okay. So density means density of population means number of people living per square kilometer of a geographical area. So India's density is very rapid. That means rising very high. Okay. It is said that India is one of the mostly densely populated country in the world, and according to 2011 census, the density of population of India is 382 person per square kilometer. Okay, so this make India as one of the mostly populated, that means mostly densely populated country of the world, and this will adversely affect the land. Okay, and coming to its ratio, that means it says that India occupies the 2.4% of the land area of the world, and it supports 16.7% of the total population of the country. So the country like India, where it has low capital and the technology, that means the technologically it is very back. Okay, so this rapid growth of density, that means rapid rising density is going to affect, that means going to be a heavy burden for the country like India. So here what I want to say is that density of population of the country, that means of India, is very high. Okay, it is 382 person per square kilometer. So the country like India, where it has a low capital and the technology, it is very difficult to withstand this rapid rising density. So it is a heavy burden for the country like India. Fourth characteristic features of the Indian population is unfavorable sex ratio. So what is sex ratio? It means that number of female per 1000 male. It means number of female for 1000 male. So in India you find unfavorable. That means according to the census, 2011 census, the number of female per 1000 male is 943. So it's unfavorable. Okay, and it is said that state-wise, when you take, Kerala has more females than males. It is said that there are 1040 females per 1000 males. Okay, and the lowest female ratio was recorded in Sikkim. That is, it is said that about 832. And among the union territories, Andaman and Nicobar has lowest sex ratio, that is 760. Therefore, from all these things we can conclude that the ratio, that is the sex ratio composition, is totally unfavorable to be found in India. So the next characteristics of the Indian population is bottom heavy age structure. Bottom heavy age structure. So what does it mean? It says that the age composition of the Indian population is bottom heavy. That means the age group of 0 to 14. So bottom age group, that means 0 to 14 years, is relatively high. Okay, so understood, I think. Bottom heavy age structure, it means that the age composition of the India's population is bottom heavy. That means the age group of 0 to 14 is relatively high. Okay, so according to the 2011 census, it is said that the children below the 14 years are 30.1%. Okay, so this leads to the high dependency ratio. So the main reason for this is the high birth rate. Okay, so the high birth rate is mainly responsible for the large number of dependent children for adult. Okay, and in a developed, it is said that in a developed country, the population of this bottom age structure is very less. That is, it says that about 20 to 25%. So to reduce this percentage of age group, that is, it is essential for that means in order to reduce this age structure, that means to reduce the age structure of this group, it is essential to slow down the birth rate. Okay, so the next characteristics of the Indian population is a predominance of the rural, okay, predominance of rural population. Okay, you know that India is a land of agriculture. It means most of the people of India still depend on agriculture as their main occupation. So this dominance of rural population and agriculture is also one of the factor. Okay, it is said that according to 2011 census, the rural population of the country is majorly dependent on the agriculture. So this ratio of that means the ratio of urban population, that is only 27.8% of the population are found in the urban. So this ratio is the index for the to show that the country, that means our India is slowly, that means it is not moving fastly, it is moving very slowly in the industrialization. So for the fast process, that means in order to see that the economy grow very fastly, we need to have to industrialize. That means we have to set up more and more industries. So there is a slow predominance of rural population, since as the most of the people are still dependent on agriculture. It shows that the process of urbanization in India, it is very slow. Okay, and still the people are in the villages. Okay. The next characteristic feature of the India's population is low quality of population. Okay, so it means that the quality of the population is judged on the basis of the education, skill and the health level. And keeping this parameter, the population of the country, that means our country is been classified under the three heading, that is literacy level, okay. So we'll see this, what is this low literacy level firstly. So this low literacy level, it means that the literacy rate in India, it is said that according to 2011 census, 74% of the population of our country were literate. That means the people don't know to read and write. So this indicates that more than 31 crores of people are still illiterate. That means they don't know to read and write. And in that, female literacy rate is very low, and that is about 65%. So this shows that the quality of the population of our country. So they have a low literacy rate. That means the literacy rate of the population of our country is very less. Around 31 crores of people are still illiterate and they don't know to read and write. Next one is low level of education and training. So another second point is low level of education and training. That means the level of education and the training that is given to our Indians is very low. Okay, and it is said that number of person, that means enrolled in the higher education, that is the technical or in the other group, from the age group of 20 to 25 is very less. It is said that according to 2012 it was 20%, that means 20.4%. Okay, and it is only 1/4 of the developed. This ratio shows that only 20% of the population of our country are engaged in the high level, that means the high level of education when it is compared to the developed countries. So even they give the ratio that when you consider the population of our country, the number of doctors that every year that we get, it is very very less. It is said that only 0.7 doctors are being found in our country, and the number of engineers per thousand, that means it is only about 210. Okay, so it is considered that when it is compared to other country, it is considered it as very very less. So this shows about the low level of education and training that is being given to the a particular group, that is age group of 20 to 25. It is very very low. So the next point, the characteristic feature of India's population is a low life expectancy. Okay, low life expectancy. So what's the meaning of life expectancy? It means the average number of year a person is expected to live. Okay, so the life expectancy in India is 65 years according to 2013, which is compared very less when compared to the other developed country. So this is because of the general, that means when you compare to the previous years, it is gradually has improved. That means it shows that it is because of the general improvement in the medical facilities. Okay. However, as I told, the life expectancy in India is compared to low, but in other developed country it is very high. It says that life expectancy in Japan it is 80 years, and in Norway it is 78 years. So this is also one of the characteristic feature of the Indian population, wherein you have to know in order to understand the population problem of a country. The next characteristic feature of our country is that low work participation. That means the population who are existing. Okay, low work participation. That means the people engaged in the workforce is very less. So it means that number of working population, the ratio of working population among the total population is referred to as a work population rate. It means it says that the people engaged in the workforce is very very less. Okay, so the ratio, as I told, is very low in India as compared to the developed countries of the world. Okay, and this total working population in our country is 39.8%. That means only 39.8% of the population are engaged in the working, and the rest they are non-working population. Okay, so this similarly shows that even that women is also are very less engaged in the employment. Okay, it shows the female role of female employment, and also you can see that bottom heavy, that means bottom heavy age group. That means these particular group are also idle without doing any work. So this is also one of the main responsible for the low work participation in India. So the last characteristic feature of the Indian population is symptoms of overpopulation. Okay, symptoms of overpopulation. Okay, this is also one of the characteristic feature of the India's population. What is this symptom of overpopulation? It means that when the population size of the country exceeds its ideal size. Okay, when it exceeds to the ideal size, it is called as a overpopulation. Okay, so according to one of the demographer, that is T.R. Matthews, he says that when the population of the country exceeds the means of substances that is available, then the country faces the problem of overpopulation. It means that when the population of the country faces difficulty in order to get the basic available substances, then it is being measured as that the country is facing the problem of overpopulation. Okay, and no doubt you could see that Indian production is gradually increasing. That means it is self-sufficient, but still you could see that there are problem of poverty, hunger, existing even today in India. So this shows that the population is gradually increasing. Okay, so but this is a big hurdle for the economic development of the country, because agriculture, that means India is an agricultural country and most of the population still depend on the agriculture. So if this happens, India suffers and it leads to the low per capita income. That means the individual income will be very less, and this will bring down the standard of living of the people, and this will also lead to the unemployment problem and even the underemployment. So this indicates, that is symptom of overpopulation indicates that our population size has crossed the optimum limits. So these are some of the characteristics features of the Indian population. So in order to, if you want to know the problem of the population of our country, you have to study all these characteristics features of the Indian population.